Welcome to the AVBOX Personal Media Cloud Complete Install Guide for the AVBOX Media Distribution System. The AVBOX Media Distribution System is a comprehensive suite of software products that allow you to connect from any web-enabled device outside your home to your personal media collection stored on your home PC. This allows you or any family member to stream media content from the same media collection source to any of your mobile or web-enabled devices outside the home. In addition, the AVBOX system allows you to control playback to any of your Windows 7 PCs or Xbox 360s running Windows 7 Media Center. In this guide, I'll show you how to register for your AVBOX software product key, download and install the software to your Windows 7 home PC, activate and configure the AVBOX system for first use, and finally connect and begin using your new AVBOX system. Okay, the first step is to start the AVBOX app, currently downloadable from the Google Play Store, or go to www.myavbox.com from your web browser. Once there, hit the sign up button and then enter your new user information. After entering the information, press the sign up button to continue. This will take you to the connection screen where you can request a new product key. On the product registration screen, enter the requested information and press submit. This will take you back to the connection screen where you'll notice that the product now requires activation. Towards the bottom of the screen, you'll see your new product key and the next step, which is to go to your Windows 7 PC and download the AVBOX MDS software. So let's go ahead and do that now. On your Windows 7 PC, you'll want to open up your browser and navigate to www.myavbox.com. Once there, press the login button and enter the username and password that you registered with earlier. This will take you to the connections page once again. Here you'll see some of the same information that was on the mobile version of the website. The product still requires activation and still requires the software to be downloaded to your Windows 7 PC. Before we download the software, let's go ahead and make note of the product key that we registered for earlier. Once you've made note of your product key, you'll notice the next steps are to download the AVBOX MDS software and then install and activate your product on your Windows 7 PC. So let's go ahead and do that now. Here you'll notice some of the minimum system requirements for your Windows 7 home PC. At this point, we want to skip over the AVBOX MDS individual components and only install the AVBOX Media Distribution System full install. The full install will install all of the individual components automatically. Select the download link for the AVBOX Media Distribution System, then save the file to your Windows 7 home PC. In this example, I'll save the file directly to my desktop. The next step is to install the AVBOX MDS software. You can do this by double-clicking on the AVBOX MDS file that you just downloaded and then running the setup.exe. At this point, the installation is fairly straightforward if you select the defaults in each of the installation steps. When prompted, press Run, and you'll notice this will set up the AVBOX MDS installation utility. Press Next, then Next again. Press Yes to the user account control. As you'll notice, the AVBOX MDS installer will install each of the AVBOX individual components, including the AVBOX server, the AVBOX web server, and the AVBOX Media Center client. Press Install to continue. In addition to setting up the individual AVBOX components, the AVBOX MDS installer will configure the IIS components for your AVBOX web server. Depending on which version of the .NET framework already installed on your system, you may be prompted to reboot during the installation. Press OK to continue. If required, press Accept to download and install the Microsoft .NET Framework 4. In addition, Press Accept to install Microsoft SQL Server Compact. The Microsoft.NET framework may take several minutes to complete its installation. However, we've sped up that process in this video. If prompted, press Yes to reboot your system. During the reboot process, the system may need to download additional files to complete the .NET Framework installation. When Windows restarts, the AVBOX MDS installer will relaunch automatically. Press Install to continue the AVBOX system installation. When prompted, press Accept to install Microsoft SQL Server Compact. At this point, the installer will set up the individual AVBOX components, beginning with the AVBOX server. To continue the installation, press Next, then follow the prompts until the installation completes. Upon completion, the installer will launch the AVBOX web server setup. To continue the installation, press Next, then follow the prompts until the installation completes. Upon completion of the AVBOX web server setup, the installer will launch the AVBOX Media Center client setup. To continue the installation, press Next, then follow the prompts until the installation completes. At this point, the AVBOX Media Distribution System installation is complete. Press OK to allow Windows to continue restarting. When Windows restarts, you will need to configure the AVBOX system using the AVBOX configuration utility. The utility can be launched directly from the Windows Start menu or from All Programs, AVBOX, and then AVBOX Server. For this demonstration, we'll launch the AVBOX configuration utility directly from the Start menu. Press Yes to the Windows User Account Control message. You're now ready to activate the AVBOX Server product. Enter the username that you registered with earlier, followed by the product registration key that you made note of earlier. Then press the Activate button to activate your product. Next, you will need to specify the location of your media files. Choose the location of each of the media file types on your home network, beginning with your movies location. If you cannot find the media files on the network, you may need to share these folders before continuing. For help with this, see our tutorial titled Windows 7 Network File Sharing. Press Next and continue setting up the locations for your music, pictures, videos, and recorded TV. Press Finish to start the AVBOX network configuration. Please refer to the documentation on the My AVBOX website if you have any questions about which settings will be modified. In order to access the media files on some networks, a username and password may be required. Press Next to set up a local user account that can be used to authenticate to your network shares. The user account can be an existing account, or you can specify a username and password to create a new account. When prompted, press Yes to start the AVBOX server. If you need to make any additional changes to your firewall or router, you should make those changes now. Press the Allow Access button to allow the AVBOX server to communicate through the firewall. When successful, the AVBOX server control panel will indicate 2 devices are online, the AVBOX server, and shortly after, the AVBOX web server will connect. With everything set up and configured, you're now ready to connect to your AVBOX system. To test your connection, log into the My AVBOX website and then press the Connect button to connect to your AVBOX system. To ensure we have access to the media files, I'll select Play Media, then Pictures, and then I'll select the picture. If you're unable to view any of your picture files at this point, 9 times out of 10, it's a user rights issue. What you'll need to do is make sure the network shares you set up are accessible using the username and password you created with the AVBOX configuration utility. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video guide. If you had any problems during the installation, feel free to contact us directly by email at support@myavbox.com.